GM and welcome back to the channel. In this one, we have Unibot X just being released to the public. So what I'm going to do is take you on a bit of a tutorial through Unibot X, get you up to speed with how to use this thing and show you why you will never need to use a DEX ever again if you're trading on ETH mainnet. So if you do enjoy this one, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. We've got a few more of these tutorials on Unibot in the pipeline here. So the first thing you want to do to get started with this is click the link down below, and that's going to take you to this very next screen. And it's also going to help this channel out as well with no additional cost to you. So give it a click and let's jump in. So here we are. You will be navigated over to this page here, taking you to Telegram and taking you to the Unibot Sniper. Elite DEX Trading Bot is the name. So on screen from here, we can see the bot, the TG bot, but Unibot X is one step ahead of this. So what you do is go down to menu. You can see the menu button pops up here. We're going to click on that. And here with Unibot, what you can see is you are given 3 wallets to get started. You can use 1, 2, or all 3, whatever you fancy. And these are your wallets connected now to Unibot and Unibot X to get started with trading, whether you want to do some buys, some sells, some limit orders, or even sniping some contracts and other cool stuff. So the first thing to do is to actually put some funds on here. So with your other Web3 enabled wallet, maybe you've got MetaMask or some ETH sat on a centralized exchange, you want to send it over to your own personal address. So with ETH now on the wallet, as you can see, I've put in a small balance of ETH on here for today's app. What we're now going to do is go over to Unibot X. You can see that from the list down here. Unibot X, bottom left-hand corner. So you just give that a click. And then down the bottom, open Unibot X, where everything is about to change for the better. So let's start with a bit of a tour of the application here. So Unibot X, as you can see, straight out the gates, looks very fresh. You've literally got your DGen's version of the Bloomberg terminal right at your fingertips here. Now, starting on the top right-hand corner, we've got something up here, which is all to do with the notifications, whether you're buying or selling, it keeps you up to date. There's also a hat up here as well to actually take you on the tour. But what we're going to do is start here with the wallets. So as you can see from the wallets, I showed you previously, you have 3 wallets on Unibot. If you want to see all of them, just click the button to the top right hand corner. You can see them all from the drop down. And also you have the hide icon as well. So you can see the address and the balance, or you can hide it if you so wish. Then just below we have the buy functions. So buy, the amount of ETH you want to buy with, and the token contract address. As you can see, currently we're on the Unibot chart here. So that is the one populated in the buy side. We also have the ability to sell here and also place limit buy orders and limit sell orders additionally, which is very cool indeed and very easy to use. If you used Unibot previously just on the Telegram chat, it was a little bit more confusing, but now with all the bells and whistles they have on here, it makes it very simple to do buy and sell orders at limit prices. And then finally, we have the open orders down here. So if you've got open orders, they will populate in this sector by there. Now onto the main interface. A lot of this is in partnership with CoinGecko. And of course, we have the trading view appearance here as well for the chart. You can play with this as you wish. I'm sure everyone knows how to use trading view at this point. And then just up here in the search address bar, we can type in the names of tokens. So if you type in Unibot, for example, you can see the liquidity pools are populated here. It seems to me that they're filtering out a load of scams as well, which is very good. And then if you want to favorite things like I've done, click the star, and then your favorites will appear over here on the left-hand side. So I've got a favorites watch list I've started to populate. But what's really epic within this is they have these functions. So first and foremost, open Gecko terminal. So you can see all the data on CoinGecko's terminal. We then have this, which is the Etherscan contract address for the coin. This is something that a lot of people dive into when trading altcoins. And then this one is epic here. So this kind of thumbprint icon is for checking for issues with the tokens, such as checking for honeypots and that kind of stuff to make sure you don't get rugged. So as you can see, honeypot check. Simulation successful. This is not a honeypot. It tells you the buy and sell tax for said token and gives you a load of other information down here as well. Holder analysis, that kind of stuff. Then we have the tokenomics as well. Total supply, market cap, is it fully diluted, all that kind of stuff. How many buys, how many sells over varying time periods. Again, powered by Gecko Terminal. So just think about this. It's gathering all the data sources you probably already use, but putting it in one place. We haven't seen this before. This is an epic product for anyone who trades on chain. Then directly to the top, we have the Ethereum gas price right now. Looks a bit high at 82. The current Ethereum block. And then to the right, the current Ethereum price, 1732 in dollars. As I've already shown you, the watch list is over here and previous transaction history is also on there as well. As you can see, tested out a little bit of a buy and sell of Mogcoin just a few minutes earlier. If you've also previously used Unibot's token scanner, this is the information displaying by here. You can see all the new deploys, some of the big gainers here, and some of the current token snipes taking place as well. So I'd suggest this is for individuals trying to get really deep into the weeds with their on-chain shit coinery. And then of course, bang in the center, last but not least, we have all the buys and sells coming through for the various tokens. And you can click the button to the left-hand side, just outside your view here, it says toggle tools column, and then if you do that, it removes all the tools away from it, so you just have the main chart, the buys and the sells running through, and of course we have the ability to buy, sell, and check our wallets out on the right hand side. So essentially just eliminating the left hand side if this is no use to you. So quick reminder before we jump into the thesis here, click the link down below, get involved with this, as I really think you have to get ahead of the herd here and start using these tools as their huge competitive advantages. So the kind of thesis on this, all of the tools that many of us are already using are being gathered here in one simple place. Typically, I've got 2-3 screens open and a laptop at times, trying to gather as much information as I can before entering and exiting on-chain trades. Now here with Unibot, we have them piling all of this data together in one neat Degens Bloomberg terminal, as I'm calling it, and this is just going to give us orders of magnitude of efficiency versus other traders in the market. I love the fact they have the honeypot checker already there, saves me going to Token Sniffer. It also lets you know if your transactions are likely to fail or not, which I'll show you in just a moment. You have limit orders to enter and exit with precision. And so overall, I think this gives you an unfair advantage over anyone not using this. And so I think you increase your chances of being profitable if you trade with Unibot X rather than not. Then furthermore, we also have the migration of tokens from other chains now to ETH mainnet. There's a lot more liquidity on ETH mainnet, and this is only getting more concentrated due to tools like Unibot. People want to use this. And so as the focal hub on ETH mainnet, we're seeing tokens like DMT, Nolo, bridge liquidity into ETH mainnet to take advantage of all the traders here. So this is actually now transforming the DEX landscape, and with this kind of centralized exchange feel and all these tools, I honestly think this just goes from strength to strength. So highly bullish on Unibot, the token, and also Unibot X, the product as well. So last but not least, I'm just going to show you how to buy. So we're going to go back into the Unibot chart here. I personally like to grab things from the watch list here, ensure then the chart is populated. You then have the token contract address, as you can see by here. We've got our wallet with 0.23 ETH in it. So what I'm going to do is pin 0.1 ETH as populated here. Obviously you can change this, maybe 0.2, maybe 0.03. So we type in the amount we want to bid, 0.1 ETH. Unibot is selected, Unibot V2 is the pool. It also tells us we're going to be using a private transaction. And what I need to do is increase the slippage. The slippage is currently at 3% from a previous trade I did. But if we go to the thumb up here, we know that there is a buy and sell tax of 5%. So we need to get this slippage up. I'm going to suggest somewhere in the region of 7%. Or you can use auto slippage on the right hand side. Then down at the bottom, we have an error message that can pop up. You want this to be green where it says click button to swap immediately before proceeding. Because sometimes if you just play around with the numbers, it might come up with an error. So for example, if I put in 0.3 ETH, I don't have that much on my wallet. So it comes up with the error insufficient funds for the transfer. So back to 0.1 ETH. And now we can buy this immediately with one click of the button. Top right hand corner, the transaction is currently pending. It will then say successful when it goes through in the next few seconds. This does happen quite quickly. I think it typically does route on a quick RPC. And then you can see buy transaction is successful. And you can see this populating down here by $174 worth of Unibot token. Total ETH spent 0.992 as Unibot do take a small fee on that. So this saves you a load of time playing around on MetaMask, approving the Ethereum to be spent, then checking your gas, maybe increasing the gas, maybe checking your slippage, then approving the actual transfer of the tokens, and then waiting for what, 30 seconds potentially for it to be successful, or potentially also failing. As we could see, there was a failure warning on there. If it was going to fail, Unibot X already tells us. So overall, I am highly bullish on what has been built here with Unibot X. This has surpassed my expectations, and this will become my sole trading platform for ETH mainnet coins. There's literally no reason to trade anywhere else, no more going to Matcha, no more going to Uniswap directly, any of those things. I'm only going to be using Unibot X from here on out. And I think it's highly likely you will feel exactly the same once you actually give this a good go. So check out the link down below, give it a click, follow along with this tutorial, and remember, more videos are coming, so subscribe to the channel, and I will see you again in the next one, guys. Peace.